Hello, MrDeaf here with a new video, a new World of Warships video. This time I am in the Fletcher. On this game I want to focus on why don't destroyers cap at the start of the match? In fact, why don't they cap at all? Well, turns out this match kind of explains why. So as you can see, I have radio finder on Fletcher, on my Fletcher. This allows me to see where the nearest ship is, or nearest quadrant of where that ship is. All it does is point towards it. It doesn't actually tell me what's there or where exactly it is. My Fletcher is configured for torpedoes, so has the basic rate of fire on the guns, and it also doesn't have superintendent for extra charges of smoke and engine boost, but I do get radio finder. Sometimes actually I think it pays off most of the time. Doesn't pay off always, however. And also, radio finder, it's really only useful on destroyers that are good at hunting down other destroyers, or cruisers as well. Cruisers that are good at hunting down other destroyers. If you can check out the lineup here, it's what, 6 battleships each side. We have 7 battleships. One destroyer, or not one destroyer, one cruiser each, and their Des Moines and Gearing are in a division, which could mean trouble. Des Moines has a 10.6 kilometer concealment rating, but has 9.9 kilometer radar, which means it's spotted long before it can ever get into radar range, unless it uses smoke, just like that. And Gearing is paired with the Des Moines with the long duration USN smoke is quite deadly if you're not careful. So I already noticed that they had that division there, and I was already pointing backwards, or pointing towards my team, when that radar went off. And as you can see, I only got spotted for a brief moment, like 3 salvos from the Des Moines, not much else. The other concern was the Z-52. Z-52 has hydro, and I don't want to pop smoke and totally block the line of sight of my entire team, because that hydro will spot it, or spot through the smoke that I have, and make my life living hell. So gotta watch out for that stuff. But I think I'm trying to torp the Iowa here, but I'm lagging and I cannot fire my torp. In fact, I'm gonna twirl around because that was the last control input that I had in before I started lagging, and the game just continues to make you do whatever was the last control input. If you go straight, you go straight. If you're turning even slightly, you will go into a full turn and do a 180 or a 360, point exactly where you don't want to be. That Iowa died quickly, and obviously I could not contest the camp against the Gearing, Z-52, and the Des Moines, especially inside of smoke. It's just not possible. Luckily we have A. They also cap C. Presumably that means there was a fast ship that went over there, and it's most likely the Kiev. Looking at it. Not sure where the Akizuki is. So yeah, their smoke is effective. It's covering their entire fleet. My smoke is not effective because my friendly fleet is not within range at all. They're all behind the smoke. So all this smoke does is bait torpedoes. So as you can see, they're like not all 3, but like 3 of their battleships are just broadside. Fully broadside, and their smoke dissipated Now they're all sitting there like Pearl Harbor, I guess, but our battleships have congregated down towards the A or the H5 region, all of them, which is not good. They need to split up, sort of. Like if you form up a line, you cannot all be angled against at once, but if you bundle up, they can just point their bow at you and totally negate all the shots from all the battleships on the same team, because that's where all the shells are flying from. It's no good. My team is on the run. We have a 1 kill lead, but we are down on caps, and Kiev is spotted off in the corner there. So, what can I do? Well, the Des Moines, I have no idea where it went. There's another smoke there, so I could step on cap temporarily, and I think I was trying to smoke for the Hindenburg here. He didn't really use it, did he? Yeah, lagging here as well. I tried firing my torps a while ago, but due to lag, they fire here, and only one of them goes off. Yeah, their CV is also focusing down on RD destroyers, which is also highly annoying. Very life is hell with it if you are in a destroyer and the CV tries to focus you, especially a Taiho and Hakuryu, which have 3 torp bombers in a strike loadout. That is not ridiculous at all. Not sure what's in that smoke cloud, honestly. Don't want to get too close. Or in fact, I cannot get too close because it's just, yeah, it's too effective. As you can see, our Grozavoy is spotting behind that smoke, but there is still the uncertainty of where that Des Moines is. So, step on camp for just a brief second and hop off of it. Oh, there's the Des Moines. It was in the smoke. Didn't radar me, which means it might... In fact, it's really close, so I'm glad it didn't radar me. But I cannot stay on here anyways. I think I tried... there's also the Missouri there. The Missouri also has 9.45 kilometer radar. The same radar as Baltimore and Neptune. Although most Neptune captains do not use radar. Mainly Baltimore. That radar is also highly effective if there is a ship that can exploit the duration of it, which a Des Moines can. I'm getting pushed off here. There's really not much I can do. Against the radio finder, there was something closer to me on the camp, but Kiev is now the closest, so this means that the Kiev really is the closest thing here. Getting spotted by bombers, very annoying. Gotta watch out so that they don't cross drop me. Take some shots at the Kiev. It's almost in range, it's good enough. Like inside of 8 kilometers, I would say is the ideal range of the Fletcher. But only if he's not kiting you. If he's kiting you, you might as well give up. And not stop firing and then re-engage at a later point. He blows his smoke. I do not get spotted because, well, I get temporarily unspotted because he was the only thing spotting me. If you notice, I have 11.8 kilometer firing range, which means I don't have the gunfire control system upgrade installed on my ship. If I did have it installed, it would shoot out to 12.7 kilometers. I'm not talking about the plus 16 range mod, I'm talking about the plus 10% range mod or modification or upgrade that you could just buy with XP. Totally not worth it on the Fletcher anymore. There's the Z52. He is low HP, and I'm going to finish him off if I can. Gotta pick him apart somehow. Their team is just too concentrated down there to be effective at dismantling their group. Usually the Shima or with a Torp wall or the CV can do it, but their Des Moines is it's parked in a very nice spot, so to say. Oh, nice for them, absolutely horrible for us. Kiev heading towards me. Didn't really notice this until like I took the first salvo there. And I look over, oh, he's low HP. Take that guy out as well if I can. A bit beyond the most effective range, but I shoot a bit too high apparently up there and line it up by here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, down. I am as close as to the cap as I want to be. The Des Moines was like 9.8 kilometers away. Yeah, 9.8 kilometers away. And I'm inside its radar range of 9.9. I'm quite surprised it doesn't radar me. Probably saving it until I get on cap or something. Anyways, I can't actually do anything because the battleships on my team aren't in an effective position, and they really need to push out their battleships because I just cannot do anything right now. Other than like maybe start a fire. I try and torp him, but my torps haven't been effective at all. FDG is backing up slightly, and I'm spotted by bombers. That secondary hit took out my rudder, and you need to repair it in order to move. But it wasn't enough. So, eat that. Eating secondary fire from 2 ships. German battleships in fact. And this isn't like stressful at all, is it? No, of course not. I just have to dodge these torp bombers that have been trying to cross drop me for the last 2 minutes here, while also dodging secondary fire. Ugh, jeez. I'm also getting perma-spotted, which means Des Moines is shooting at me. Nice. Try and go stealth when we can. About to burn out. Oh, made it. You probably saw me slow down there for a moment. Let's throw off the aim of Des Moines. So he brings his bombers back over me. Yeah, low HP. Makes sense. Des Moines is shooting at me. However, if I keep moving forward here, I will be able to hide behind the island or make sure he can't shoot. Here come the dive bombers. Jesus. This life isn't hard at all. Luckily, Fletcher has pretty good AA. Check here. 25, 45, and 54. Makes for 120-ish. And then after manual targeting, which you cannot see on the replay, but I am manual targeting it, it shoots up to something like 180? A bit more maybe? Anyways. Used all my consumables. Gearing still alive. That thing has only what, 100-meter concealment disadvantage over my Fletcher, but it's both 5.8 versus 5.9 kilometers, and at that range, even if with the USN shell arcs on the destroyers, very likely to die if I just smack into him or run into him by accident. So I'm even less able to push this camp now. I really need the battleships up front. Shima doing camping there, but he's also getting a hard time from the CV, honestly. In order to cap, you need support, and battleships are some of the best support you can bring, as well as CV spotting for you. This match, the Yamatos decide that oh, look, we're battleships. Maybe we can actually push now. Yeah. I still have no idea what that Iowa I-6 is doing. Take some pot shots at the Taiho. Try and start a fire on him, maybe. If I can start a fire on him, that'll delay, or that'll force his damage control, and possibly cause him to, I don't know, take some time launching his bombers again or something. Anyways, at this point, I'm just trying to do whatever I can do. Gotta try and push that Des Moines off the cap. Here come the gearing shell. Is that 10, 11 kilometers? It's not very effective at that range. Like, he's sailing in a straight line, and if you launch torps, that could be deadly. But yeah, his gunfire is not super. Ah, that was one hit. Oh, down to 1 HP. This is not hard at all. But looks like he's not paying super well attention. Slow down a bit here. I don't know if it's because of the rudder turn or not, but gearing's behind the island now. You're gonna have extra hard difficulty trying to shoot me. Expertly dodged that drop from the Taiho. Something else shooting at me. I think it's the Akizuki. Ugh. Okay. Finally get some support here. Oh, tried to cap at the start, couldn't cap about 3 times. Finally capped with 1 HP left. Oh, the life of a capping torping destroyer. A bit more difficult than I expected it.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Oh, that CV needs to stop harassing me. So what I do, I see that bomber, I'm gonna put myself, or I'm gonna put the yams between me and that bomber, and they can deal with it. I'm just going to hide for a bit and not die, because if I die, I will lose points, and this could possibly tilt the balance in their favor. I mean, they don't have any more caps, but a death could potentially, or a sunken ship could potentially just cause it to tip just enough. And saved by the bell. Whew. On to the results. Okay, so 247,000 credits, 25k damage, which is below average. But I tried my best. And the important thing is, we won. Whew. Look at results. Hindenburg did extremely well. Their Des Moines did amazingly well. If they had won that guy would have had 3,000 base XP. But it was not to be. It was a victory in our part. Barely made it, but made it anyways. Damage, not much interesting to look at. 65 torp shot, and most of them, or in fact all of them, missed. Some of them may have hit if I didn't lag, but what can I do? Is the internet connection. My internet connection is getting fouled up by a branch, is my guess. Every time the winds blow, internet decides to lag, and I get 5,000 millisecond ping. I can't do anything. Looking at this, For the amount of stress that that match induced, I would have lost credits if I did not have premium. That, I think, is an injustice. However, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.